Camelot Landfill is located approximately 15 miles from Farmers Branch City Hall, within the city of Louisville and the southwest corner of Denton County. Garbage that you place at the curb, both in approved solid waste containers and for green grabber collection, is transported from here to there for disposal. The facility is a Type 1 municipal solid waste landfill that can accept residential and most commercial and industrial wastes. The facility cannot accept hazardous waste. Solid waste permitting is regulated by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ. All vehicles that enter the site must cross the scale next to the scale house. Drivers will tell the staff what materials they are bringing in and where it was collected. The weight of the truck with waste material is needed to calculate how much material will be disposed of and how much to charge the person or company. The scalehouse staff enters the truck numbers and other pertinent information into their database to track waste, types, volumes or weights, points of origin, and other essential information for both billing purposes and regulatory reporting purposes. Now that the truck is weighed in, what happens next? The driver maneuvers the truck to the working face, or the active disposal area of the landfill, and this is where the waste material is spread in thin layers and compacted. A working face is the area where waste is exposed. The rest of the landfill is covered with dirt and vegetation. The landfill staff operate with the smallest possible working face based on the current waste acceptance rate. This minimizes the amount of precipitation that can infiltrate through the working face and get to the liner system. In addition, the facility covers the working face daily with either soil, an approved alternate cover, or a combination of the two. Stormwater flows quickly to outfalls and does not pond over previously buried trash, and this reduces the amount of water getting through the buried waste material, reducing the amount of decomposition and, as a result, the amount of landfill gas produced. At the working face, you will typically find two types of equipment: dozers and compactors. Working face operations consist of trucks backing up on a tipping pad and unloading the waste material. A tipping pad is a compacted soil area of the active disposal area that is level and allows for the safe unloading of the trucks. Once the driver unloads the material, the dozer pushes the pile across the working face in a thin layer. Then the compactor does the job of compressing waste material into as thin of a layer as possible. These machines, with spikes on their wheels, can weigh anywhere from 27 to 62 tons each. They traverse the waste material all day in a typewriter fashion to maximize compaction. Why is compaction important? Well, think of the landfill as a three-dimensional warehouse. The volume, or airspace, is the commodity the city and its contractor sells. However, unlike a normal warehouse that stores material temporarily, waste material in a landfill is there to stay. Once the landfill or warehouse is full, the landfill is closed and cannot be used. So to make the landfill last as long as possible, the landfill staff focuses on maximizing compaction. What else does the city do to maximize the life of the landfill? They also extract the gas generated by the decomposition of waste. This gas is collected and some of it is sold to the landfill gas-to-energy facility located on site. Controlling the liquids in the waste and the gases produced by decomposition are critical for good landfill operations. So how do landfills do that? Well, good site selection is vital. Camelot is ideally located on an outcrop of the Eagle Ford Shale geologic formation, which is tightly bound with low permeability. What does that mean? Well, the soil has very small spaces between the particles, so it helps keep water and other liquids from reaching the Woodbine aquifer below it. Next, all landfills must be constructed with approved liner systems. The liner system used at Camelot is composed of three parts. Well, first is the soil liner. Soil is excavated to depths that are sloped to allow liquids to drain to a sump that is installed as part of the liquid collection system. This process allows water to enter the soil, which then expands and closes up the small paper-thin cracks that naturally occur in the Eagle Ford Shale. The liner material is compacted into 6-inch layers until the depth is 2 feet thick. After that, a geomembrane liner is installed. This consists of large panels of 60 milliliter thick, smooth, high-density polyethylene, which are rolled out on top of the soil liner, overlapped, and welded into place. Finally, the liquid collection system consists of 2 feet of soil that allows liquid through to the geomembrane liner, where the slopes direct the liquid to the pipes and sumps of the liquid collection system. How do we know that we are protecting the liner? Federal and state laws require that landfill staff monitor groundwater in the uppermost aquifer and check for methane migration. So as long as the liner system is not torn or punctured, all liquids will be safely handled by the collection system, which pumps the liquid to a 100,000-gallon storage tank. Liquid and landfill gas condensate are commingled in this tank, which directly discharges to the City of Louisville wastewater system that passes it through to a wastewater treatment plant. Nevertheless, regulations require a series of groundwater wells that surround the landfill are to be sampled and analyzed for a list of chemicals to determine if any liquid or gas has bypassed the liner system and made its way into the uppermost aquifer. This test is conducted at least twice a year. In addition, there is a series of gas monitoring probes that surround the landfill that are tested 4 times per year for the presence of methane gas. What else does the city and its contractor do to protect the environment at Camelot? Well, first, the city installs a slurry wall around the older portion of the landfill, which contained an older soil liner that was constructed in accordance with the regulations in place in the early 1980s. The slurry wall serves as a hydraulic barrier to any liquids or gases that may have made their way through the soil liner in this part of the landfill. In addition, the city has installed 10 liquid extraction wells in the older portion of the landfill. Once a truck empties its contents, the vehicle travels back to the scale house where the truck will be weighed again in order to determine the amount of trash disposed of at the site. That weight is multiplied by the assessed gate rate or tipping fee, which is a per-ton charge. The driver or company is then billed for disposal. This is the circle of solid waste that takes garbage from your home to its permanent disposal site, all done in strict adherence to state regulations with the environment in mind.